Well, he's working on it. And yesterday he came back from rowing practice and he had an experience. This is a short video. There's 3 things inside this video: a scare, a crazy opportunity, and what would be great if you could do to help. So the first thing is the scare. There he is. He's getting ready for major competition this weekend. In the sport of rowing, a race is called a regatta. And this weekend is not only a regatta, but it is the regional competition. So our son is practicing. He's in a single, which is a one-man boat, and he's working on keeping the boat straight. That's called keeping your boat on point. And he's got his hands on the oars and he's rowing. He's putting down all of the power when all of a sudden something happened that freaked him out. And he's like, "Mom, I almost threw up in the boat." So I'll tell you the rest of the story in a second. Our youngest son, Steven, is 16 and recently got selected from 66,000 kids that applied to be one of the participants of this camp this summer called ODP, Olympic Development Program. It's a big deal for someone like our little squirt, who's no longer little, because he truly dreams of rowing in college and going toward trying to be part of the national rowing team. And rowing is one of those weird sports. It's not a great spectator sport. And you know what that means? You can't really sell tickets to go watch a rowing regatta because you typically can't see the whole race. So something like an opportunity to row tends to come at a high ticket. And it's a high ticket because there's not a lot of opportunities to offset the cost. So our request from you is that you would just spread the word. He started a GoFundMe page. His dream is to be able to give some money back to his little rowing crew. My son happens to be on one of the smallest rowing crews in the country. There's only a handful of kids, where typically rowing crews have 30, 40, 100 kids. They average between 6 and 12. And so it would be better to have their shells and things to be upgraded. They're in dire need of being upgraded. So down in the descriptions, there's a link to his GoFundMe page, but there's a link that'll bring you to even an image that you can put on your phone that has one of those QR codes, so that if you're talking about this great opportunity to support a kid that is really running after an opportunity, somebody can snap that and they can help spread the word, so share. And then if they have an opportunity to even toss in a couple bucks, every single penny makes a difference in this sport. Okay, so back to the story. There he is. He's putting down power. Rowing is hard. I don't do it. Okay, rowing is hard. On the boat, so it's a super skinny little boat. It's just wide enough so that your tush just barely fits on the seat. And there you are, you're pulling on the oars and you're putting down power. Right on the side of the boat are these rails called rigging, and that's where the oar fits in. And so the oars are held on the boat while you're rowing back and forth. They're held on by the rigging. So there's Steven. He's like, "Mom, I was right on point. I was putting down power. I loved my numbers," when all of a sudden, right in the rigging, a seal pops up and goes, right, and scared. He goes, "It scared the bejeebus out of me." He goes, "I'm like, whoa." He goes, "I actually made noise on the water. Whoa." He goes, "And then I almost threw up in the boat, but then I kept my point going." Rowing gives kids the opportunity to do so many things, to push through, to develop grit, to really apply themselves to something that's hard, especially if you're rowing in a single. There's nobody else to blame if your boat's not going the way it's supposed to go. But you also get the opportunity to be on the water and to experience the many faces of the water. The kids have seen lots of seals, lots of fish, lots of jellies, but they've also seen things like bald eagles swooping out of the sky and just plucking a fish out of the water. It is a gorgeous sport for the kids as they're rowing. Oh, it's beautiful to watch if you can get a good view, but it's amazing when you're on the water, just the sound of the oars hitting the water. A lot of times where we live, they get to row in the rain, and so they get to hear the different sounds that the water makes. So this is an opportunity that we would love to ask your help. Number one, if you could help spread the word. If you happen to be in the Kitsap area in Washington State, spread the word around your school. See if your kids will give it a try for a season. We would love to help expand the local club so that the kids have more opportunity to get on the water. That would be wonderful. So just simply spread this video, spread the word. Number two, if you have the ability to toss a few coins towards Stephen to help him achieve his dream to go to this Olympic development program, that would be fantastic. And it's not just helping Stephen. Stephen's dream is to raise enough money that he can go to camp so that he can bring everything that he learns from the Olympians. So there's the amazing, amazing coaches and trainers there that are medal Olympians, national, the most awarded national rowers and coxswains, which is the person saying, stuff in the boat. Just an amazing opportunity, but he'd love to bring that back to his crew and be able to help them develop and grow. They still have a very young crew team, which means that they still have many years to row together. And so his wish is that he can, yes, advance his own rowing career and help him get to that collegiate level that his mouth waters to get there. But more than that too, to come back and to reinvest into the club that gave him this passion for rowing. So would you share? And would you consider tossing a few coins in the bucket to help our son make it to ODP? That would be amazing. And if you have words of encouragement, please just comment wherever you're seeing this, comment below. He's an amazing kid and we would love to help him achieve his dreams. So that's it. And watch out for seals. They're very friendly and curious creatures. So the rest of the time that he rowed yesterday, the seal kept following him and he kept having to row faster to get away from the seal. It's fantastic. If you're in Kitsap, come check it out. So anyway, have a